PlayStation.
Beyond.
What's up, everybody?
I saw the spike in that audio. It was great. I liked it.
Welcome to Podcast Beyond, episode 151. Remember, readers, if you'd like to be called for episode 200, submit your number and question.
No, please don't.
Too soon.
Not yet.
What's up, everybody? I'm your host, Greg Miller, alongside the one and only Ryan Clements.
Hello, how are you?
Ramblin' Ryan Clements.
Ramblin'. I like to ramble.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
ramble from time to time.
We still need to come up with a good name for you. Because
Yeah,
we have Guides Guru Colin Moriarty here as well.
Yeah, I'm here.
Anchor of Team PlayStation.
Thank you.
And we Guides Guru rolls off the tongue.
Yeah.
Ramblin' Ryan Clements, I don't like all that much.
Also,
But
I don't.
something.
To be totally honest, I don't ramble on the
don't ramble that
podcast
much.
at all.
Well,
It's not
In
very
fact,
it's not very
I tend to-
descriptive.
I tend to be fairly quiet and let other people talk.
Well, apparently everybody you listen to who comments on this show, I cut everyone off and interrupt, apparently. I think I just keep us on track.
Okay.
Whatever.
I don't agree with that assessment at all.
We got the gear god, Scott Lowe, in the house.
Oh, wow.
Scott
Gear
Lowe,
God.
what's up?
I appreciate that.
Yeah, we appreciate you coming down. You're here, of course, for the PlayStation Move launch
Yes.
and nothing else.
Making my Beyond debut.
I know, you're excited. And it's quite the week to debut. We're gonna get to the topic of the week in a little bit, but everything PlayStation Move related is live on the site right now. It's a big day, big week. We'll talk about that in a little bit.
It is a big
First, we're starting with what we always start with, and what is and forever will be the Roper Report. Time for some news. I choked last week. The kids called me on it too on the things.
Did you?
I said time for news, not time for some news. And they were all
whatever.
What a
flutter.
clown.
No, that's what the fans are for. I like that. I like that they got mad at me for getting that on our biggest show. In good times.
A
bad times.
lot of singing on this show.
Yeah, I like it.
Hey, we should extend a special welcome to all the people that have now started watching the show thanks to our brilliant and beautiful
Listening.
Podcast Beyond 150.
Yes, 150 was awesome. Thank you so much for the support,
Yeah, I
everybody.
liked it.
Colin and Ryan were very upset the day after 150 aired because I told you all to send in requests if you wanted free stuff. Don't do it anymore. We cut it off.
Yeah.
We're out of free stuff.
Oh my God, dude! So much email.
Colin was so
There's a lot
mad.
of email.
Colin's so mad we have fans who want to
No,
be
I
part of the show.
I was so mad.
You were furious. You walked around with your crotchety cane and you're all, oh, it's my day. We didn't
He
go
just
in."
wants to hoard it all for himself.
Exactly.
Yeah,
How
exactly.
many infamous shirts do you need?
Yeah.
It's just that on my phone, like my email just all like my junk mail and everything just dumps into one inbox, and so I just had the Missouri score is going to be this, and can I have some free T-shirts like
Don't you
over
have-
and over and over again?
Don't you have an Outlook rule where anything that's sent to Beyond goes to a separate folder?
Yeah, I do, but I don't use like my.
You're a liar.
I use.
I told you to set up a rule and you said I'm not smart enough to do that.
Oh no, I have rules for other things. No, I don't have a rule for Beyond, but I wouldn't. None of my rules carry over to my pre, for some reason. So everything just dumps
you're
into
talking
one.
about your pre
Yeah,
for this.
yeah, that
I
was the
see.
problem. Like we have like rules set up for guides and stuff like that, but everything just dumps in. So like that was just my whole email was just a nightmare.
IGN does not endorse the usage of the Palm Pre.
Why not? It's awesome.
iPhone rocks.
So yeah.
Scott Lowe, what's better, the Palm Pre that I've never heard of, or the
Palm
iPhone?
Pre.
Or the Android.
Well, considering Palm is going out of business.
Bam! Colin, how's that feel?
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
They're fine.
Yeah, they'll make it.
They got bought by HP though. They're making a
and
new phone.
HP is such a
good.
solid brand.
You can get a good printer deal soon, Colin. That's all- that's what
Whatever.
you've
The
been looking for.
Pre's an awesome phone. Don't be a bunch of haters.
That's
All right.
true.
Don't hate.
Thanks again for 150 support, everybody. It was great. Remember,
Yes.
if you want the official Podcast Beyond shirt, which I'm wearing today,
It's a beautiful
you can
one.
go get it off of Cafe Press, where no money goes to us or IGN.
No.
I've also forgotten the tiny URL. I believe it's like tinyurl.com/IGN Beyond, something like that, Beyond something. Listen to the end of 150 again, because we give it out there. No big deal.
Just use the Googles.
There you go.
Yeah.
Sure.
They know how to use Google by now, I think.
Ryan,
Yes.
I got a lot of good news for you here. Are you ready for this from the Roper Report?
So ready.
White Knight Chronicles on PSP is going to be the prologue. How excited are you?
Oh, probably inverse excitement.
Inverse
Like I'm actually.
It's going up inside you?
Excitement is actually Excitement is actually leaving me.
Uh-huh.
It's flooding the room around me, in a way that's not healthy for anybody.
Oh, God. Colin, get away from him.
Whatever, man. White Knight
Get off my
Chronicles.
lap,
Don't
buddy.
breathe it in.
White Knight Chronicles is one of the premier role-playing
White Knight
experiences.
Chronicles is pretty much a pile of rubbish.
What?
That same dude that I was telling you guys about like a few months ago that on my PlayStation list that only plays White Knight Chronicles
Yeah.
still
Plays
only
White Knight.
playing White Knight Chronicles.
And he's on there enough so you don't kick him off.
He's on there all the time.
Do you think he just left it on and forgot he owned a PS3?
No, he like
It's possible.
We correspond every once in a while. We never like talked about it directly. He asked me a question. And he was saying like he was excited about something. I'm excited to see you not play White Knight Chronicles anymore because that's really. He has a platinum trophy in it. And he's had it for like months, so he must just really love the game. And he's like level 17 or level 18, so he's like he's being modest because he could easily be level 19.
It's actually Ryan Clements.
Oh,
Closet
God.
lover of White Knight Chronicles.
Sooner
right?
kill myself.
Scarlett, what are you playing on your PS3? You playing a PS3 anymore? What's going on with you?
I was playing PlayStation Move.
Yeah, you were. All right,
Yeah.
we'll talk about that topic of the week.
Yeah.
Uh,
We're in the rubber
we're
Shut up,
dropping
go
that.
later.
We're
All right.
putting that back in the can.
Spoiler alert.
Colin.
Yeah.
More real exciting news.
Uh-huh.
Fallout New Vegas trophies were
Yeah.
revealed. How'd they
Yeah.
look to you as someone who is crazy about the Fallouts and trophies?
I am crazy
New
about the
Vegas.
Fallouts and the trophies, and New Vegas. They look easier than the Fallout 3 trophies.
Which they weren't that bad. Fallout 3, a lot of people have a platinum in that.
Yeah, I have a platinum in it, and it wasn't too bad. What they did was, like they had like the level 10 and level 20 trophies for like bad karma, good karma, neutral karma. Now it's just level 10, 20, and 30 so the level cap's 30. Now we know for just whatever you are. So you get those.
That's nice.
That we know the collectibles are going to be snow globes now from the list, and there are no trophies for side quests, which is a bummer. So it's only the main quests that are going to have trophies, and I think. Obsidian said that there's going to be more side quests in this one than in Fallout 3, so that's a little bit disappointing.
That sucks, yeah.
But the trophies are interesting. Like, there's one for, like, selling a certain amount of caps worth of items and collecting a certain amount of caps, healing yourself a certain amount of times and stuff like that, so it's different. I'm excited about it, personally.
I'm excited about New Vegas in general. And what I'm very excited about is that I'm going to PAX here. Well, this is going up on Thursday, so I'm at PAX right now. I'm in Seattle.
I have teleported.
I am doing the PAX stuff. I'm going to see a demo of Fallout New Vegas. Haven't seen it yet, running in person. I get to go
Really?
see it. Yeah.
You didn't see it at E3?
E3, I was too busy. This PAX, I'm actually getting to go see stuff for fun. So I'm seeing New Vegas.
Cool.
If you're listening to this on Thursday, fans, remember the IGN PlayStation blog. Meet and greet is at Top Pot Donuts Thursday night, 7:30 to 9:30. You can check my blog throughout PAX, where I'll be blogging about hanging out with fans like yourself. If you want to hang out with me, email me at gmiller@ign.com. We can set something up.
Ooh,
Also, check
goodness,
my blogs.
You're giving out the personal emails.
I've been
man.
doing that for a while. Check the blogs. We have private IGN community demos for Mortal Kombat and Kung Fu Live. And I'm working on a big one, which I won't tell you what it's about. But curiously, they announced Killzone 3 multiplayer at PAX. Going to be able to play it. I'll be playing that. I'm excited about that.
Nice.
How excited are you, Ryan?
Well, since
you
I'm
won't
not
be there,
going.
since I'm the only one who actually play it.
Yeah, I'm not too excited about that. I'm happy for you, though.
Yeah.
And you deserve a nice little retreat and have a good time with Top Pot Donuts and
Yeah.
fans.
Hang out with some people, take some photos.
Just like taking your shirt off all the time
Yeah.
and drinking.
That'll be the late night.
The late
Saturday
nights.
night is Levi Buchanan's birthday. I would imagine if you run into me late Saturday night, I will take off my shirt. I will do it. We will have some photos to give to your friends and family when you get home.
Goodness.
Both you and Levi.
Yeah,
Shirtless.
Levi
Hugging it out.
Levi gets a little crazy when he wants to.
Totally.
Does he?
Yep.
Yep.
Oh yeah. I'll show you some photos.
Oh,
I'll show you
that
some.
calm, collected demeanor of his just washes away.
It's true. It's
Yeah.
true. The Uno party. When he came in for that Uno party a couple years ago, that
He really turns into like a
Bad
13-year-old
news.
girl just squealing all over the place.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, bouncing off the walls.
Very
if
nice.
you don't get to come to the PAX IGN PlayStation blog meet and greet on Thursday night at Top Pot Donuts, you're going to miss out. Because there, we're giving away demo vouchers for God of War Ghost of Sparta. You'll be the first people to play this game. However, if you miss out there, next week, just announced, PlayStation Plus members get early access to the demo as well.
Nice.
What do you think of that, Colin?
I don't really care about God of War, but I'm sure that's exciting for
But you've
most
been
people.
a proud PlayStation Plus subscriber.
I am. I'm
It's about
already.
45
I'm in the
minutes
black
after
too.
launch. Yes, we talked about that on
Yeah, we talked about
150.
that. I'm totally happy with PlayStation Plus, but yeah, that's not something I'm too excited about. I'm more interested to see that should be a full refresh next week for PlayStation Plus, right?
Yeah,
So
they put up their list today. It was that Blast Off, the mini I liked a lot, is going to be there from
we get a new free game,
Half Brick. They didn't have a new PSN free game.
new
up now.
discounts.
They have new discounts up. I don't remember.
Oh,
which
okay,
one
cool.
has.
Well, that's good enough.
It's good enough for you?
Yeah.
You're jaded. Listen to you. What's going on? Talk to us.
I'm just tired. It's been a long
Hey,
week, dude.
hey, let's do a little exercise. You guys
Okay.
ready?
Yeah.
I want everybody to stand up.
Oh,
All right.
Hold on,
geez.
I don't have much
and
cord.
let's just like stretch it out.
Okay.
And we want to twist a little bit.
While
from
we're
one side
stretching,
to the
ladies
other.
and gentlemen, what's
Yes.
happening is I'm going to PAX on Thursday, and we usually record Thursday mornings. So rather than do that,
Oh, yeah, I can't.
You
I
gotta
can't.
stay standing. I want to see if this infects our energy at all. If we're
we're
standing
going to
up.
stand the whole time.
Not the whole time.
Okay,
I just
well,
want to see for the next
This
5
is-
minutes.
This is fun.
Yeah,
This
I
is
like it.
interesting. Anyways, I feel like a crime scene. We're all papers in our hands. Yeah, so we usually record Thursday morning. Now we're
Right.
recording Wednesday afternoon. And it's been a long one. We just put all the PlayStation Move coverage live last night at 12:01. Me and Scotty were up talking about
Yep.
it, hatching it out, arguing with the readers.
Sobbing uncontrollably.
No. The game of the month has been announced. For PSN, it was Scott Pilgrim. Then it was Valkyria Chronicles on PSP, and then Madden on PS3. Game of the year, Borderlands Edition is coming. Anybody excited? You like Borderlands a lot.
Yeah, I love Borderlands. I never kind of got through the whole game though. The curse
neither.
lives on, I guess.
It happens. Don't worry. Puzzle Quest 2 is coming to PSP. How about that? Why not bring it to PSN? Give me some trophies.
Yeah,
That's the
well,
real
no,
question.
that's too
That's
obvious.
when I'll play it.
Yeah.
And then the biggest news of the week, everybody.
I'm
the
ready.
story you can't get away from. You can't look away. Back to the Future is going to feature not only the likeness of Michael J. Fox, just his likeness, but the likeness of Christopher Lloyd, Doc Brown, and his voice. He's there to voice everything. I, for one, cannot wait for this game, and I'm sure it's going to be... Well, it's Telltale.
Just out of curiosity, can anyone do a Christopher Lloyd impression?
Marty! It's your kids!
All right. With that, I think we can all sit down now.
Okay, we
Okay, thank you. I'm getting a little tired here.
Again,
He's getting sleepy.
It's been a long week for me. So
Why has it been a long week? What's going on?
I don't know. I just I
Open
have.
up to them, the readers.
So one of my best friends is getting married this weekend in Maine. So I have to fly out tomorrow to go first to my old college stomping grounds in Boston, and then drive up to Maine with some friends of mine. I'm in the wedding party, so I have to I just have a lot of things to worry about, and
You get your tux?
just kind of stressed out about it. Well, yeah, so I got my suit and all those things or whatever. I don't know. I'm just tired, so I've been going really, really, really hard on Mafia 2 guide, so I can try to finish it.
man. Let's through it.
I'm almost done. I did the wanted posters map, which is awesome. So everyone who wants the trophies and that should definitely use that
Even
map.
if you don't want them, go there and watch the... Do you know what wanted poster is? Go watch... Colin put a video in for how to get one of the hardest Mafia 2... Probably the hardest,
yeah, it's
right?
like the most... It's the only hard one to
The
get.
video is ridiculous. Like, you have to go see where they put this wanted poster and how you get it, because it's pretty awesome.
Cool. Yeah, you have to drive a car 100 miles an hour down a highway and then smash through a guardrail and jump over this gap and land on a roof.
Amazing.
Smash into a chimney so you don't go off the roof and hope you survive, and then get out and get the wanted poster.
How long did it
Puts it
take you to
up
get
there.
that one?
Huh?
How long did it take you to get
An
that
hour
one?
and a half.
What
That's awesome.
police officer was yep, plenty of people see this up here.
Sadistic.
All the wanted
bastards.
posters are in stupid areas. Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, you never see him. I saw one when I played through that game for review. Speaking of Mafia 2, though, Chris wrote in. He says Beyond.
Beyond.
Wait, are we already in mail call?
No, well, it's a conversational podcast.
Okay.
We're talking about Mafia. Might as well get this one banged out. Salutations, Beyond Crew. I have a code for the PS3 exclusive Mafia 2 Betrayal of Jimmy DLC that I'd like to give away to a fellow Beyond listener. The code is ED47C6BRME38. There you go.
Nice. Who's gonna get it first?
He asks,
Nobody knows.
it would really make my year if Faraway Vampire could make a faraway appearance to read off the code, but that's probably wishful thinking, isn't it? Well, Faraway Vampire, if everyone doesn't know, is a Game Scoop bit. But we'll say, thank you, Chris. Faraway Vampire, thanking you very much. It's kind of showy run here, Scott. Colin.
Yes.
That code's cool and all.
Yeah.
But you have to own Mafia 2 to get it.
Yeah, you do.
So you probably already have the code, unless you bought it used already, which I'm sure some people have.
Yeah,
so you're
right,
gonna
right.
enjoy that. But if I wanted a brand new game, I'm sick of these crappy iPhone games.
Right.
My DS I can't turn on. I need something awesome for
Yeah.
one of the 3 best systems on the market.
Right.
Where can I go to find out what came out this week?
Well, you go to the official IGN list of upcoming PlayStation software on all 3 platforms by the IGN editors.
Look out to mark your schedule. Here we come with a little list that tells you what to buy.
That's a new one. I like that one.
that was a good one. That was good.
So nothing on PS2 or PS3 this week. You're kind of biding your time, waiting for all the PS3 games to come out
Coming
soon.
Yeah. Floodgates.
But PSP, Valkyria Chronicles 2. came out.
Bam!
Now, Greg, you reviewed
I
Valkyria
did
Chronicles.
give it a 9. Fantastic game. Huge, deep, so much to do. Great story. Ryan loves Valkyria.
Does it have cute anime girls?
Yes, it does. And you walk in on them talking about their breast size at one point. It's just great.
That appeals to his interests.
Yeah. Scott Lowe, did you ever play Valkyria?
Nope.
Okay. Why not? What kept you away?
Lack of interest.
Okay, now I'm telling you, get interested.
All
Go
right.
get your PSP Go, get a code, get to playing.
All right, fine.
All right, good.
What about the original one, though? Don't you have a PS3?
now the original.
Trophies.
There's no trophies in it. Scott Lowe
There are
needs
no trophies on the PSP.
Yeah.
either.
Yeah, but now he can go anywhere
I
he
need
wants
that
to play.
sense of
I'm
accomplishment.
kind of I'm digging this the quick swivel in my chair. Because
Hello, listeners. Ryan is swiveling in his chair. Now he's making sound effects.
I kind of feel like maybe a futuristic Admiral Akbar. Like if Admiral
Where's the trap?
Akbar, not only were they if they were in the future already, but then jump ahead 50 years when their chair technology was even better. You know?
Superstar Destroyer.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
That shot came from the Death Star.
This shall ever be remembered as the episode that Ryan Clements discovered the prospect of a swiveling chair.
Yes.
50 years in the future.
This futuristic technology.
Can I make a quick announcement?
Yeah, please do.
Speaking of PSP games, there is big news. You
Okay.
should look out for our Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep review coming very soon.
That's ominous.
Like really
Very
soon,
soon.
right? If you're
Oh yeah,
listening
if
to
you're
this.
listening to this tomorrow, then you should probably just go to
PSP.IGN.com right now. It's probably live.
Yeah, potentially.
Maybe. Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to put this live in the morning before I get on my plane.
All right, we'll see.
That way,
But anyway,
if I
it'll be up.
die on the plane, people have listened to me while I was dead.
Oh my God! Don't say
Wow,
that.
that's
God
ominous.
forbid.
What's that mean?
The word
about it?
ominous.
I'll say what I want. What happened to the PSN? What's the blog next say
Let me
there?
get my sheet out. We already talked about Castle Crashers and Sam and Max, correct?
No, we did not mention either
You're
of those.
making that up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Castle Crashers is
Downloadable games.
finally out.
Finally, for $14.99.
And it was nice and broken last night, wasn't it?
We will talk about this. I have a feeling pick of the week's going to get heated here in a second, so don't worry about that.
So Castle Crashers is out. Sam and Max, Episode 5, The City That Dares Not Sleep. Free with purchase of a full season. The PS1 classic Theme Hospital.
Oh, man.
What the frig is that
Do
all
you have
about?
the description on there?
Yes.
Let me read it, please. Let me read it aloud. This is the Theme Hospital description.
Oh, have you read it already?
Yeah. Manage floor designs, hire medical staff, and cure some of the wackiest diseases known to man. Act quickly, though. It is sure to be a matter of life and death.
Man, I remember PSM being pretty wild about that game back in the day.
That's all. I'd never heard of that game, and I really want to get it. I'm hoping it'll be a free one
Wow.
on the Plus soon.
Also, in case you are interested in some demos, there is a Vanquish demo called Velocity Attack in all caps. And there's also a demo for Ruse, which is a strategy game? I don't know. Why is my voice doing this? And then Bioshock 2, the Minerva's Den DLC is available this week for $9.99. And I think you know what's coming next.
Blognac made a mini.
There's a mini. Well, and we talked about Valkyria Chronicles 2.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
But the mini for today, for earlier this week, it's so hard for me. I always think that it's Thursday.
I know.
I mean, whatever. Coconut Dodge.
Coconut Dodge, ladies and gentlemen. This one was a hit over in the UK. Don't know how the
dodge
American
coconuts?
version. Yes.
All right.
Basically, you're a little crab who goes like this side to side on the screen. Oh, I'm sorry.
And Greg is tapping his fingers together in crab claw motions.
You go like this, across the side of the screen. You're dodging stuff. The coconuts as they fall, but they're falling like a pattern. So it's kind of like you're trying to get through a maze.
Okay, gotcha.
It's supposed to be really cool.
It's like Dr. Zoidberg.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Now this leads us to pick of the week.
Pick of the week.
What's your pick of the week, Colin?
Well, I haven't played Valkyria Chronicles 2.
You never will you?
No, probably not. But there's only so many hours in a day, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I don't understand how Castle Crashers can possibly.
Good thing.
You are
Oh.
crazy.
Sorry.
Castle Crashers is not pick of the week. Valkyria Chronicles 2 is pick of the week.
Also, I would like to say that when
yeah.
you spend most of your hours of the day watching Judge Judy and other terrible TV shows, you should totally spend some of that time playing the Valkyria Chronicles.
Well, I gotta watch Judge Judy every day.
Wait,
and,
do you actually still watch that show?
Yeah, I watched 7:30 was friggin' Bush League amateur hour. Of course, I watch Judge Judy every day.
Scott Lowe, last night I'm playing Castle Crashers. And Christine Steimer, she's reviewing it. Me, Colin, and Jack are like, we'll help you. We're going to download it anyway. We'll get on there. We'll play with you. We'll do some 4 players. Took about 20 minutes, a series of texts, phone calls, and checking internet boards. We couldn't connect. Nobody could get into the same game. It kept crashing and saying, oh, that room doesn't exist.
Server fail.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice.
And they apparently had this problem when it launched on 362. They didn't fix this, even though this was in development for 3 additional years.
Yeah.
Half a decade went by before this made it to the
I know,
PSN.
it's absolutely-
They can't iron out the same problem the Xbox
Totally
had.
insane.
We get to playing it, and we're playing it, and I'm smashing that square button, because that's all you do in this
Yep.
game. I fell asleep 3 separate times. All right?
Just
3
mashing the button the
separate
entire
times.
You're like walking in the corner.
Yeah,
like,
I'd wake up and you guys would be at the other end of the screen. I'd be like, oh, sorry. Over there. And then I fell asleep during a boss battle at one point, and I woke up and everybody was yelling in my earpiece to level up because there was time to level up. That game is boring. I played it on
Oh my
360.
God.
I had played it on 360 and thought the same thing. And I thought maybe I just didn't have the right friends or something. Played with some of my best friends last night. No mas.
You're nuts. Because I'm sorry. No, please.
No, I'm with you there. Like,
Thank you.
I lost interest in that game so fast.
It's just like, all I'm doing, like, I don't even know if I'm hitting stuff. I'm behind things, swinging. I don't know what's happening. I have to be
gorgeous.
perfect. It's awesome looking.
It's gorgeous, yeah.
I also can't tell who the hell I am on that screen.
Yeah.
There's way too much stuff going on. Everybody looks identical. I'd be playing and looking, oh, where's my guy? Oh, he's over here.
He's the guy with Game Over Greggy over his head.
He's got you there.
I don't know. Just to me, it's a little strange because I don't know who picked the games of the month. Scott Pilgrim is one of the games of the month.
Yeah.
It's basically the same game as Castle Crashers, but not nearly as good.
It wasn't broken, and it came out.
It doesn't even have online multiplayer.
It was pretty. There's lots to do.
I don't know, man. I mean, I like that game too because it's such an obvious homage to River City Ransom, but I just don't understand. Like Castle Crashers is a superior game to that. It's in the same exact genre. It's just better.
Well, it didn't work at launch, so there you go.
I'm not disputing that. And I'm sure Valkyria Chronicles is a great game, but I love Castle Crashers. I really love that game. So.
There's a line in saying, ladies and gentlemen, you pick who you want to believe for picking.
All right, yeah.
I don't know, I was kind of fond of the idea of that Coconut Dodge game, though.
Oh my god.
I mean,
that's being reviewed today or yesterday, I hope, by Arthur. We'll see if that actually made it to press in time. Maybe it's up on today.
And Clements picks Sam and Max as his game of the week, so it's a four-way.
What are you picking, Ryan?
Well, I haven't really played Castle Crashers or Valkyria Chronicles 2 yet. Well, no way. I did play Valkyria Chronicles 2 briefly.
I gave you a copy.
Yeah.
You said you'd play.
I just haven't had a chance yet. I'm sorry.
I got to
been
review
super busy.
Kingdom Hearts. I'm so important.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
That game is important to play, though.
Agreed. It's a good game, too.
I would pick Valkyria Chronicles, though.
Thank you.
Obviously,
Decided.
It's way deeper.
Whatever, man.
Go back to your 360, fanboy. Yeah, right. Everybody's had enough of your crap in here. Castle Crash.
Go back to your 360.
How could you insult me so?
I don't know. I felt like cutting you deep.
Blasphemy!
Trophy tips. What do you got?
Just the tip.
Just the tip.
I'll
tell you right now. You want to play Sports Champions?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Sports Champions got some easy trophies.
Yeah,
in there.
definitely.
Very, very simple.
I'll grab that back from you when I come back next week from my adventures in Maine.
Maybe I'll let you.
Oh, thank you. The trophy tips. I don't know what else. Castle Crashers trophy's not easy. I got one we were playing last night. Yeah. That's not a good game for trophies.
Another reason not to play it, and why it's not pick of the week.
Did we talk about Mushroom Wars last week? No, we didn't.
No.
We talked about it on the train, though.
Oh, right. That's right. Okay. I'm confusing a train ride with Podcast Beyond. Mushroom Wars is a really good game. It's free for PlayStation Plus users right now. It's an RTS. Really good game. I really like it a lot. I think Jeff gave it like an 8 or an 8.5 when he reviewed it back in the day.
Jeff Haynes was a previous member of Podcast Beyond.
Yes.
He peed his pants.
And I recommend that game. It's a lot of bronzes or whatever, but that game's really fun to get through. I spent like an entire weekend just playing it. That's a pretty rewarding game.
Another good one from the PlayStation Move library, iPet. I looked at the trophies the other day. They got like 17 silvers.
Wow.
And you got to get A's on everything for a day, like all the challenges for a day. And the game's designed for 4-year-olds. It's got to be easy, right? I imagine.
I don't know. Can I bring myself to play that? Well, we did play Hannah Montana.
Can I bring myself to play that?
Really?
The best part is, too, I guess,
Really?
I was talking to Nicole about it, who already has a bunch of silvers based on it.
Yeah.
And you can jump in there and fool with your system clock. So you can do all the day challenges
nice.
right away and get it done.
Oh, I like that.
Yes, I like that, too.
We got to get in there before they patch that.
No,
Which
they
won't.
never will. They're not going to care.
Yeah, so that's a good one. What else? Oh, I played High Velocity Bowling, but that's an old game. That does have trophies, but
How were they?
Not easy.
No.
I think you have to spend some time with that game. I don't think you're gonna want to do that.
Okay.
IMO.
All right. Those are some good tips. Play games, basically, that aren't out yet. That's it. But it leads us to topic of the week.
Topic of the week.
Which, of course, is PlayStation Move. It's coming up pretty quick here,
Yeah.
Scott Lowe.
Yeah.
And just last night, we got to push all our reviews live. Everything is live that we can do for launch so far. There'll be a few more trickling out. You got some Ruse trickling out. There'll be a Resident Evil one coming up soon. There's more stuff coming, but the big stuff's up.
Can I just make an aside real quick before you and Mr. Lowe
Wow, you're in
really
it
get
too.
deep? You text messaged me last night, like 11:45.
Oh, here we
at
go.
night.
Yeah.
I was in bed. And I messaged you like an hour before. I'm like, you need any help publishing anything? You said no. Then you're like, you want help publishing? I'm like, sure. And I get out of bed and I go to my computer. Like, get on AIM. I text you back. I'm like, I can't get AIM on my computer. Like, it won't download for some reason.
This is at 11:30.
Yeah. And then I just sat at my computer, like standing by. Didn't hear back from you until after 12. And I just went back to bed.
About 12:45, I text you back, and I'm like, oh, all your messages just came through. That's the awesome AT&T service in San Francisco.
Yep.
I'm like, yeah, I don't need you. Sorry, everything's live.
I was like a nib. I'm like ready
Like
to
a
go.
vulture.
Just perched.
You were ready to go.
I was.
And I salute you for that. But yeah, sorry about that.
No, it's okay.
You
I'm
can
okay.
blame AT&T, not me.
Okay.
I don't have any problem with that.
Fair enough. Go on.
PlayStation Move.
Yeah.
We have it now. We have
Yeah.
lots of them.
Well, we've been containing our excitement to tell everybody about it.
And
now we
it's
can.
done. Now it's out.
Yeah.
Tell me your excitement. What did you give the hardware there, Scotty?
I gave it an 8.5
Uh-huh.
because I think it has the potential to be like the best motion controller of the three between Kinect, of what I've seen of Kinect. To be fair, I have to wait until it comes out to really say definitively. But, It's a combination of like both the Wii and the Kinect. I think it really combines the two in a really intuitive a way. So I was a big fan of it. I thought, as a controller itself, it's awesome. But software, man, like you
Not there.
Yeah, you know that firsthand because you've been reviewing the games.
Right now,
but
the highest rated one is an 8 for iPad, followed by 7.5 for Sports Champions, and then we start dropping off immediately, and we're into the bad news bears sections. You tied for lowest, Ryan.
I tied?
You gave a 3.5 to Kung Fu Rider, and Jack also gave a 3.5 to Tumble.
Okay.
And then right above that, at 4.5, maybe a flat 4, is Nate with Racket Sports.
Man, we were not having a good time with those.
No.
I wanted to say that the anti-pick of the week was Kung Fu Rider. But it
You're
sounds
telling
like,
everyone to stay away from that one.
yeah.
yeah,
very
I
much.
wanted to like it so much.
The premise is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
But
The game's littered with problems. Ryan, run down your laundry list of problems here with Kung Fu Rider.
most of them stem from the controls. The turning is incredibly loose. The going forward motion is wiggling up and down. The
To, like,
jump
make you push like a skateboard.
Right. The jump motion is up. So basically, while you're trying to go fast, you'll randomly jump because it registers a jump command. When you want to jump, sometimes you won't jump, sending yourself flying into a friggin' bus. And then there's also the other times where like completely innocuous and little tiny things in the level will just completely wipe you out. When you only can get hit a certain amount of times before you're dead, and you start the entire stage over again with no checkpoints.
I enjoyed the one where you're talking about where you'll be going down the hill, everything's cool, and then a car from behind will hit
From behind you. Like,
Yeah.
you have no control over it. You'll just be like, oh, I'm doing great, I'm doing awesome, and then this car just comes behind you and wipes you out. Potentially ending the entire stage and wasting your 10 to 15, or maybe probably 10 minutes of playtime.
Here's where it gets even worse. How many levels are there?
Not
Ballpark.
enough.
Yeah,
Because
they're
you can-
very repetitive.
They're repetitive. They're pretty much all from the same like couple of environments, and you could get through all of them, I'd say, conservatively in like 2 hours or less.
$40 on a disc.
$40.
On a disc.
On a Blu-ray disc.
Like, it's like, what? That's what boggles the mind, is that it's not a download. Like, you watch that game, you're like, oh, this is a download, right?
It looks
No.
like a Dreamcast game.
And only
Yeah.
the only dialogue you get is during the main menu. The two characters talk briefly. They don't explain why the Mafia/Triad is after them. They just say, oh man, the Mafia's trying to get us. What do we do? And then they say the same line of dialogue before every race. So there isn't even a progression anywhere there. And when I cleared all the missions, now I cleared all of them. I technically beat the game.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see any, there was no ending cutscene, there was no nothing. Now maybe I would get something if I had some sort of absolute master perfect file, which I'm not going to do because the game is pretty much close to being totally broken.
Okay.
How are the trophies?
I don't care.
It's a good question, though.
I don't think I only got maybe 1 or 2 at best.
Wow.
Now here's my favorite part of this review season. Everybody's got to play these launch games and stuff. They're all using Greg Miller debugs. Greg Miller's in charge of all these debugs. Jack, the only person who went and put his own profile in. So I'm just harvesting all the trophies from everyone else playing. How's that stick in your craw, Colin? Huh? It hurts a little, doesn't it?
That's bad form.
And the best part is, this is what makes me so obscenely happy, is that I had to set up, like, my debug, the one I always use, is what people were playing on, and then I had to break in another one and put it over there and somebody else was playing on, and I made a new profile for that one. So I just have to go to that and put my PSN information in there, and I'll get all those trophies too, Clements. I can't be stopped. I got an empire. I got the sweat farms of people making trophies out there.
You're just seeding.
I don't know, man.
Every time I heard Nicole get a silver over there, I was so excited.
That's not fair, though. You can't.
You know what's
That's the
not fair?
only buffer you're making in between us is these trophies you're not earning yourself.
I got all sports
Greg.
champions. So there you go. Those were mine.
This takes the wind out of my sails because I've
Whatever.
been kind of gaining on you a little
You
bit.
are still gaining on me. I think if everybody hasn't been following this, Colin trying to catch me on the trophies here. He's doing very well too. He's gonna get close. He's level 15, 30 what now?
34%.
Yeah. See, you're gaining quick. I'm not making that kind of speed. I'm level 16, and I went from 8 like maybe a month ago to now like 12. Like I'm not making the numbers you are, and that's why it's unfair that you get to play games all day at your work. I don't get to do that.
Yeah, but I play so slowly. You know what I mean? I would have had the platinum in Mafia 2 if I was just playing it 2 weeks ago. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't have that yet or whatever. And Fallout I'll get those, but I mean, all the gaming I get trophies for really is at home now. So
I'm very excited for the 24-hour charity event. I think
Yeah, it's gonna be
that's
awesome.
gonna be a lot of
When is that
trophy
happening?
whoring.
October
16th, 8 a.m. then till 8 a.m. the next day. We'll all be in the office. I bet I'm gonna try to get a lot of iPad ones that day.
yeah. I reiterate my offer too, and I said it on Facebook. Anyone who donates $25 to my account or whatever you would call it, I'll let them choose a game that I can play for a little while, whatever. So I'll have a list of games that I'll spend like a half an hour with or something like that.
Real quick, before we'll get back to the topic of the week. If you want to contribute to the charity, it's tinyurl.com/extra IGN. You can find us there and donate to each one of us. Scott Lowe, what did you think of iPad? Have you played this iPad? Have you looked at the iPad?
Yeah. It was actually one of the ones I thought worked best with the system. I think the kind of superimposed graphics were pretty awesome. Like I mean. I wouldn't say they were exciting by any stretch of the imagination, but they were pretty. They worked pretty well. I mean, it showed that you could actually use the kind of the sensory technology to really accurately impose something on the end of the controller, or actually turn the controller into something else. I thought that was kind of cool. And plus, I mean, getting to physically abuse on-screen animal with.
I loved how everybody walked over to watch Nicole play that, and the first thing they did was kick it. That's all anybody wanted to do was kick that monkey.
Could you imagine being a kid and having that technology though? Like that must be so exciting to have like a virtual pet that you're actually interacting with and stuff.
Yeah, you're drawing stuff and
I mean, that would be so cool.
Yeah, well, what blew me away is that it actually interacted with the environment around you beyond simply the controller.
Beyond. That was a good one.
So not just the controller itself, but if you would actually kind of tickle it with your fingers, that sort of thing, it would actually react. It uses that camera technology to really.
It was interesting. I didn't think about it. You'd go over there and you'd hear people try to fool with it and they wouldn't react to them.
Yeah.
And I was like, this game, it's not working. But then Nicole puts in the thing that, it's designed to actually be an animal, right, and not respond to you every time.
Yeah.
Which I thought was kind of weird. It's a cool idea, but it's kind of a catch-all for every time it doesn't work. Well, it's just being an animal. I don't know.
It's not true at all. They're just saying that.
It's not a real monkey.
Yeah.
All right. What did you think of Sports Champions? I know you guys played a lot of that.
Honestly, my biggest I was the biggest fan of the gladiator mode, but other than that, I was kind of bored with it. I mean, it's basically just HD version of Wii Sports.
Yeah, I agree.
Wii Sports Resort.
That's true. You got to get that Wii Motion Plus on there.
Mm-hmm.
That's what does it. I liked archery a lot. That was my favorite. I think. What I liked about archery is that it wasn't the same thing every time. You know what I mean? I put this in the review that I liked bocce ball a lot, but every time it's just throwing the ball and doing that same thing. Whereas archery, it was all right, now you're doing tic-tac-toe. Now you're trying to push the sled at the other opponent. That was more of a competition, fresh feeling.
It was probably the most complex of all the game modes. I think the gladiator was most fun because you would literally get players together who just bash the hell out of each other. Yeah. So that was the big allure for me. Strangely enough, in the LA office, Eric Goldman is the champion.
Really?
Yeah. TV editor Eric Goldman. Yeah. No. He just walked up. Not a big gamer at all. Just picks up the controllers and just annihilates everybody.
That's how easy it is to play a move that even in entertainment could be decent at this game. I tell you. This means so much for the nursing homes out there.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Colin.
Yeah.
What did you like on move? You've played it. You took it home. You played it.
Yeah, I took it home. I really like Sports Champions a lot.
Yeah.
I think. Again, I agree completely with your review and your score. I think that's a really fair score. I think that if the games were strong, all of them were as strong as archery. Disc golf's really strong, I think, and gladiator. I think they're all strong. That game would be like a 9, probably.
Yeah.
It uses the move effectively, but what I wrote about in our second opinions, which may or may never see the light of day, depending.
It'll go live. Yeah, it'll be up Thursday. Today.
What I said now was that what really cemented in my mind playing Move is that, before we went to E3, I was like, the Kinect, or Natal at the time, I like, Natal's going to be really good and people are going to really like it, and Move, no one's going to care about Move. And my opinions are actually really kind of different now, because what's clear is that there's a lot of potential with Move about what you can do with it. Obviously, really obvious implementations, first-person shooters using it as a sword or sorcery with the wand and stuff like that. But what you start to realize is that you really need a controller like that to be able to have functionality with motion controls that a core gamer would want. The problem that's going to happen with Kinect is that there's no way to really implement a lot of hardcore titles using the Kinect, because there's no controller, and how are you going to move around in an environment and stuff like that. So like I said, I don't think either of them are going to sell very well, to be perfectly honest with you, but I think Move is probably going to be the more popular iteration of the
right out of the gate, or you think down the line?
I think it'll probably be a slow burn, but I don't really think, because there's nothing like Scott said. I don't think that there's anything.
There's no system seller for this, right?
Yeah, there's no compelling title. You know what I mean? I guess Sports Champions would be that or whatever, but until they get Killzone might intrigue people. Mag is going to get a patch for it. Obviously, SOCOM and all those games, but that's too obvious of an implementation. We need something really cool
Yeah.
to get the core audience involved. And what I'm afraid of is that we're going to start seeing Wii ports and things like that. And we're going to, when you look at the Wii's software library, there's some really great stuff on there, like Zack and Wiki and all the first-person stuff. But there's a lot of garbage, and I don't want PS3's library to get mired down. Exactly.
Honestly, like I was most psyched about kind of like a really mature kind of like graphically intensive game, like something that expands upon like the swordplay element, but actually involves kind of like blood. And
dismemberment.
Yeah,
and
just
stuff like that,
like I was playing Gladiator the whole time, and I'm like, man, it'd be super awesome if I could hack this guy's limb off right now, and it just you can't.
Yeah.
So they went.
It's stiff and sterile. That's what
Yeah.
I said about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it just had that whole like washed out like.
Yeah.
This is the most base level of everything. Like all these stereotypical characters. There's not even a create character in that.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like it's a PlayStation game.
Well,
and
and going back to it,
take my face.
to what Colin said, I think it's for sure definitely going to be kind of like modest at first, and I think Sony realizes that. I don't think they're really going for like mass volume on this.
Yeah.
I think they're like kind of going conservative in terms of how many they're actually going to sell.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I'm still looking forward to the kind of game where you're controlling something by manipulating a digital interface, like with like two move controllers, kind of like I think what I've said maybe on the podcast before is controlling a mech with Minority Report style like an interface. I think that would be so fun. That's what I
What
want.
if there was the RPG where you worked at the Gap and you folded clothes with it? Huh? How about this? Or you work in the Friars?
Yeah, that might be cool.
Okay. Seth Whedon writes in with a question about Move. He
Hi,
says,
Seth.
Hi guys, I just want to say Move. On the PlayStation Move controller, are the 4 face buttons that surround the Move button easily reachable? Specifically, the upper 2. Anthony Gallegos mentioned that this was like trying to reach the D-pad on the Wiimote.
I think
I don't think it's that dramatic, but I don't think that they're that as easy to get as you might like.
Yeah.
I think what gets me about it is even though I've used the PlayStation as my primary video game console since well more than a decade now or whatever, right, is that they've just moved those buttons up, but just that movement still makes me go when it's like hit X. I have to look at it to figure out where X is.
Exactly.
It's off a little bit. You know what I mean?
I agree. That's
the main thing.
didn't the position change a little bit?
Yeah,
Oh, no, I guess
yeah.
It.
Well, before it was a diamond, you figure,
Right,
and now,
it's
it's a square.
Yeah.
It's totally So because you're used to the clockwise formation of the buttons that we've been used to since 1995 or
Yeah.
whatever.
Plus, they're a lot smaller, and I mean they are raised so that you can
They're
actually.
I thought they were a little stiff too.
Yeah.
They feel a little. They almost felt like if you push them a lot, it would be a sharp kind of like it would start bruising your finger. I'm serious. That's like the move button, however, in the center, I thought was really comfortable.
Yeah.
That the main button that you have there, and the trigger on the back.
the trigger's beautiful.
Yeah.
The trigger I like a lot. Yeah.
I really like the trigger too. Yeah.
Wow, I just love that trigger.
Oh no, right? Our trigger love. We all stopped.
Well, it's just so
slow
soft.
back
Like you don't
into
even
it.
hear it. Like there's like no resistance or whatever. It's cool.
Yeah, it's not like a pronounced click or anything. Yeah.
I think it's really cool. Yeah.
Just like pressing you right down. I just love the way you look. I guess that's the kind of song I was going for.
Yeah, well, that's what you got, so no one really cares where you're going from. I think we can put this one to bed. Topic of the week. Move we like.
Yep.
Not much happening right now, though.
Could be awesome.
Hold on, let
Could
me close the book
be-
on it.
I'm guardedly optimistic.
Guardedly optimistic, huh?
Yeah, I mean, we just have to. They need to take advantage of this. Like they need to be intuitive and like use the software in ways that will help people or whatever want to buy more games for it. Because there's nothing out there that compels people right now, except for Sports Champions.
Okay. Reader mail. Milk
Well,
Scott Lowe.
Yep.
People knew you were coming.
Snap out of it, Scott.
Did they?
They knew.
I didn't even know it was coming.
There was like a smell in the air, and they're like, a gear guy is going to be on podcast. Yeah. I better ask
He's
a
going to
gear
be in
question.
San Francisco this week.
Derek W. writes in and says, my question for you all is, now I'm looking at getting a PS3, and I just got a big screen set up at my new place. Should I go for the new slim model, or should I find the old backwards compatible one so I can still play my favorite PS2 games? He mentioned the TV, so this is a gear question.
So this is officially a gear question. All right, let me put on my knowledgeable voice.
Okay.
What's his name?
Derek W.
Eric W.
Derek W.
Derek W. Well, Derek, the PlayStation 3 is a complex system.
Man, I didn't know Rorschach gave out gear advice. Saw a dead dog. Want to give you a slim. It's not backwards compatible, but that's okay.
Derek, So Derek, yeah, the problem is that the backwards compatibility of the previous systems wasn't even all that extensive to begin with. So I mean, it really depends on what games you're looking to play, anyways. I mean, because it was kind of inconsistent, right? I mean,
No, it worked.
whatever.
It's true.
Not on all titles though.
You're thinking 360. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah.
No.
What games didn't work?
It wasn't all of them though.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was all of them.
Yeah.
Maybe
Whatever.
except if there's like an actual exception, like some weird buggy game. But
Here's the
was,
problem.
whatever.
Let's dial back for 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Greg Miller's stupid, and I knew there was a gear question here relating to a TV, and I
But that
saw a
wasn't
TV, and I queued in without reading the whole way through. So I found the real gear question.
Was that what you were laughing at?
Yeah, that's what I'm like, why would I have done that? Why would I have thought that was a question? I say, personally, you just go for the Slim. Do you need to play PS2 games anymore? If they're your favorite PS2 games, you probably still have a PS2.
Well,
just hold on to
here
that.
you go. A while back, actually, Sony patented cell-based emulation of the backwards compatibility of PlayStation 2 and PlayStation 1 titles, and we've kind of just been waiting for them to issue that via software update. Because it's entirely possible for them to use the existing processors in the Slim to kind of emulate it without actually requiring a dedicated chip. So theoretically, in the future, the PlayStation Slim could actually be completely backwards compatible.
So keep holding your breath for that one. Just like you can put it on your list for your Metal Gear trophies and Castle Crashers. One of these days they'll all come to be real.
Yeah, put that on the list. I don't understand. I love PlayStation 2 and PlayStation 2 games, but just plug your PlayStation 2 in. What is everyone's obsession with backwards compatibility? It's that hard to plug a PS2 into your television if you want to play a PlayStation 2
I
game.
have very little room on my entertainment
it's
But
too
how
much.
often do
Too
you
much
play
for me.
PS2 games? You know what I mean?
I do.
How often?
Man, not often.
I understand the idea that, oh man, an all-in-one machine is awesome. However, why is that a deal breaker now? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
it doesn't make any sense.
It's not.
okay.
It really doesn't.
But it would still be cool if it was.
would be cool, I agree. And they should also put PS2 games in the store. They should
If
do
they
a whole bunch of
have
stuff.
if they have
Give me
the
trophies for it.
technology to do it, they should do it. I mean, there's no excuse not to.
They're not doing it because they're going to put PS2 games on the store. I mean, that's pretty obvious. And that's why they probably removed it in the first place, and that's why they're not mum's the word over there about when they're going to implement what Scott was talking about, because obviously they could do it. But
Yeah. Well, and it's cheaper. It's cheaper for them to produce it without adding that extra chip.
Totally. And that's why you get price drops and slims and
But,
such.
but think about this, because I thought about this a while ago. Like,
I'll think about it.
everyone's obsessed with backwards compatibility, like today, which is cool. But like, imagine when we were kids, and I was like, I'm not gonna buy the Super Nintendo if I can't play my Nintendo cartridges. It's like it's a separate system. It plays different games. Like, you can still plug in your NES if you want to play an NES game. You plug in your SNES if you want to play an SNES game. It's
Yeah.
really not the end of the
And now
world.
you can just play it on the Wii.
Yeah, you just put your Super Nintendo cartridge in
plug
your
it in the
Wii.
top
I
of
meant
it.
you download.
Well, I'd
the-
understand it. I'd understand it if it really did upscale all that well, like if it really cleaned it
Yeah.
up. But it doesn't.
No.
Yeah, I mean, it's just kind of the same. So
So come on, buy Slim. Get on board with some cool stuff.
You're just kind of the same, Scott Lowe.
I'm a poor man's Ryan Clements.
I read that on Twitter.
That
Scott,
doesn't even make sense.
I have the real gear question for you.
I'm gonna have to prepare my voice again.
Also from Scott. All right, this is one I'd like to know the answer to too.
All right.
This is from Scott Campbell. He says, I was wondering a tech question that you may be able to answer. When you are playing a game such as Red Dead Redemption or Mass Effect on a regular TV, why is the text appear smaller?
What?
Why is the text smaller? Like, how sometimes you play a game on a CRT or, not an awesome TV, and rather than the text being, filling up the screen, at the bottom, it's very, very small. Dead Rising had this problem. You could barely play the original Dead Rising on a big old tube TV.
A non-HD TV.
Yeah.
Standard def, the text often shows up as.
I have no
We've
idea.
stumped
I've
the
never
video game.
I've never encountered that.
All right, go home.
So,
Find a crappy TV and plug Dead Rising into it.
I don't even think I could find a CRT
Yeah, I
TV
know.
in our office.
Well, Scott Campbell can't speak in complete sentences, so he's got bigger problems than
Yeah.
getting a TV.
Yeah. I don't know. I've never. You guys encountered that though?
Yeah, oh yeah.
I've seen it, yes.
Yeah.
On a CRT?
Yeah, the text gets super tiny. Like, what is it trying to
It's
say?
literally smaller, or is it just
It's
not
just
as
blurry,
clear?
I think. 'cause
I think-
Yeah.
That's what happened with Mass Effect 2 or Mass Effect 2. People used to get emails when Mass Effect came out or whatever, and I guess people are still using CRTs or whatever. And they're like, I can't read the text.
Well,
unless I'm-"
they also have to consider whether or not it's a widescreen CRT TV. If it's a 4:3, aspect ratio, it'll scrunch it together. Plus, I mean, if it's not high definition, if it's not a fully high definition CRT TV, it will actually make it appear blurrier, like Colin mentioned.
Yeah.
So that could be it. That
Play
could be
it
what
on
he's
an HD
experiencing.
TV.
Yeah.
Colin,
Yes.
we got a couple questions for you here.
Oh.
All right. First is Matthew. Matthew writes in, he says, Beyond.
Beyond.
My name is Matthew. and I was watching the video podcast last week and noticed Colin's Join or Die tattoo on his arm. I thought it was pretty sweet and was wondering if he had any other awesome tattoos elsewhere. Maybe a Don't Tread on Me or something along those lines. Thanks for answering and keep up the good work. Love the show.
He has a
Yeah.
Hello Kitty tattoo.
I have a Hello Kitty tattoo.
Damn it.
I've seen it.
Yeah, I have.
You don't really, do you?
No.
Hey, wait. Ready for inappropriate joke?
Sure.
He has like a tattoo of Beyond on his junk.
Yeah, that wasn't appropriate. All right.
No? Not even a laugh out of you or anything? Not even a smile?
I thought it was
Not
funny.
even a little chuckle?
A
Nothing?
raised eyebrow, perhaps?
Nothing?
Yeah, you look at disgust.
No.
Greg looks disgusting.
Disgusting.
Tell him about your other tattoo, sir.
Well, Join or Die is a Benjamin Franklin cartoon wood engraving from 1754 or whatever. So I have the other half of it on my forearm, the snake. And then on my right arm, I have We the People, the preamble of the Constitution. And on my back, I have Moriarty in big letters.
So you don't forget who you
Wait,
are.
where's We the People? Oh, wow. Did I never notice that?
I don't know. It's kind of quaint. I don't.
It blends in with his arm so
Yeah,
well.
I guess.
Yeah.
The funny thing is that I always thought that the snake was on one side and your Join or Die was on the other side. I guess I totally didn't realize that they were on the same arm, just
Yeah.
front and back.
Got them at the same time.
Worst friend and coworker ever.
I guess so.
Your love for American history always makes me very happy, Colin.
Yeah?
I find it to be so good. It also
Thank you.
impresses Jay,
Oh.
who has 3 quick-fire questions for you.
Okay.
1, who do you think discovered America?
I mean, that could be. There's a lot of conjecture. The Phoenicians might have been here. There's conjecture that the Romans were on the West Coast. I mean, people found Roman coins in California, which is weird. They don't know if they were brought here at a different time. We know the Vikings were here like 1001, 1002, 1003 in like Newfoundland, and left settlements there. So probably the Vikings.
Number 2, who's your favorite president?
So I have a few. I like James Madison, Theodore Roosevelt.
Taft.
Yeah, Taft. I like Ronald Reagan. I don't know. Yeah, probably those are. Yeah.
Number 3, do you believe in the Freemason conspiracy?
No, I don't.
That's what National Treasure was based on.
Yeah.
correct?
No,
Well, it's not to believe it. It was proven in National Treasure.
I wish it was true, but I mean, it's like it's pseudo history. You know, if you read, like the founders didn't have this grand conspiracy. They didn't really like each other that much. You know, so it's like not like they had this like grand conspiracy and stuff like that. You know, if you look at Thomas Jefferson's like initial designs of Washington D.C. and the roads, for instance, people were like it's a compass and a cross and all these. And I'm like, whatever. Yeah, it's these guys have bigger things to worry about than friggin' symbolism and like everything they did or whatever. You know, they were about to get hanged by the British. So
Related question.
yeah,
Do you believe in Nick Cage's hair?
yes.
Have you?
No. It's a thing of myth.
I love Nick Cage.
In Nick Cage's hair, we believe.
He's so fun to watch in all his terrible movies.
I think the IGN movies guys did a whole feature on the many looks of Nick Cage and his ridiculous hair types.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
Sorcerer's Apprentice, his finest work.
His
Jared writes in and says, so I was reading the beginning of the top 25 PS3 games article, and in the intro saw Ryan Clements, blah, blah, says he's been there since the PlayStation 1. And I thought I would ask everyone when they first jumped on with the Sony console, and was there a specific reason that helped make the decision? I'm prepped because I picked questions.
Okay.
Mine, the first time this was a Beyond question we didn't get to last week. The first time I ever saw a PS1, it was at Patrick Finella's house in his basement, and he was running NFL Game Day, and it looked awful. These things were running around these giant blocky heads, and I was like, this game sucks. It's stupid. I'm like, oh, circle and square, what does that even mean? That's not a real button. I'm not gonna pay attention to this. Get out of here. So I never paid attention, had an N64 forever, and then I bought WWF No Mercy on N64, which is many consider the best wrestling game of all time. And if you remember the first, I'm sure we all remember, the first run of these cartridges would at random times just reset. They would just erase all your progress in this game. So I did it 3 times. Every time it would reset, I'd go back and get another one from the store, come back. I started hard saving my stuff to those stupid memory cards you put in the controller. On the 3rd reset, I said, F this, went in, sold it all back, and bought a PS1 with WWF attitude, and never looked back.
There you go.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow,
That's
so
a hell of a story.
I know.
A hardware glitch caused you to jump
Well,
ship.
the 64, after No Mercy, all it was going to be Conqueror's Bad Fur Day. And I was like, I don't need that. Ryan.
I remember that I think I told the story already, but I originally bought a PS1 and got Warhawk and Battle Arena Toshinden.
Yeah, Toshinden came with the original.
Yeah,
PS1.
yeah, exactly. And I for some reason in my idiocy as a child, sold it all back for a bunch of Legos. and then I eventually got it again, and especially I was sold on the entire platform when I saw the commercial for Final Fantasy VII. So that was that.
Colin.
Yeah, I definitely told this story before, but when Final Fantasy VII came out, that's when I bought my PlayStation. And so what was that? September 97, I think?
Yeah, 97.
And yeah, that's when I bought it, and I sold all my Super Nintendo cartridges to buy it. So that was one of the hugest blunders of my life.
But out of death comes life.
Yeah, exactly. Like my ActRaiser cart, my Secret of Mana cart, my Chrono Trigger cart, Final Fantasy 2 and 3.
Oh.
Like all of these like really super rare, super valuable games, and a bunch of other crap too.
Yeah, I did the same thing.
But I mean, that's the way it goes, and no regrets.
All right. Scott Lowe, what do you got for me?
The PlayStation 1 and Twisted Metal kind of courted me a little bit.
There you go.
It it definitely got my interest peaked, but I didn't actually buy in like on my own wholeheartedly until PlayStation 2 with the Grand Theft Auto franchise and SOCOM. I was a big SOCOM fan. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, there's no big elaborate story.
There
behind it.
you go.
Yeah.
Now you know.
That's
you know
how the
their
cookie
origins
crumbles.
on the Wednesday afternoon podcast beyond.
I know.
Thursday.
We got a. They know. They're aware now of what's happening. We got a special segment. It's a rant from a reader. This is from John.
Oh, I don't. Oh, okay. Yeah.
What?
I think I know what this is.
What's it about?
Is it the letter about used games?
No.
Oh, I was wrong.
So I just watched the episode of Pulse from the 17th, and in it, the host mentions that there are over 150 avatars, and there is no excuse to still be using the old original ones. Here's some reasons. How about I don't feel like spending 50 cents on what basically a gift from a 9-year-old could make, or how the selection is still horrible. Seriously, bragging over 150 avatars for 30 million PS3 owners choose from is stupid. Greg, please start ranting about this cause. No, John, you got it covered.
Yeah, that sounded very good.
Yeah, you're
He's
mad.
right.
That is an insult. I didn't watch that core.
I
Or,
thought
I'm
that was
sorry,
gonna,
that Pulse.
I thought that was going to be the email that was yelling at us about used games. Did you read that email?
No, what
that was like really long.
Give me the summary.
About some dude.
In a nutshell.
Some dude was yelling at us about how we're totally wrong because we all think that like.
We all think that the used game thing's fine.
Yeah, well, we think that if you're going to buy a game used, that you should, the EA pass or the THQ thing or the thing Sony's going to do with the online passes is fine. And this guy was like really pissed about it. So I thought that was going to be the letter you
Cool
read.
story, bro.
Thank you.
Hey,
Bruh.
I was joking.
okay.
Yeah,
Just
easy.
wanna make sure.
Don't attack.
We're all very somber. It's been a long week already.
Mm-hmm.
We had the 150s.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're getting back on track here.
Mm-hmm.
Here's
Hungover
a
from the
question.
150.
Here's a question from Chris. He says, 1, will we see the Spider-Man review before release? If not, when can we expect it? You can expect it on next Tuesday. Next Tuesday, the Spider-Man will go live. It's embargoed. Number 2, I need to play a Scarlet Spider. I've read this is a Kmart exclusive. Can you confirm if any game will be able to unlock and play as Scarlet Spider? Yes, any game will be able to unlock and play as Scarlet Spider. If you buy it at Kmart, you just get it right away. If not, you have to earn it in the game. There you go.
There we
Kmart
go.
Another
exclusive.
problem
Never heard
solved.
that.
Yeah, I know,
Scarlet
right?
Spider.
It's interesting.
What's a Scarlet Spider? Is
Scarlet
that a girl?
Spider. No, it was a boy. You see, Spider-Man a long time ago was cloned. This has been
Did
cleaned.
he get changed into a girl?
No.
Oh.
He had a daughter named Spider-Girl in an alternate reality.
Okay.
She's cool. Gets cloned. Spider-Man thinks he kills the clone, gets rid of it. Clone doesn't die. Clone comes back years later. It goes by the name Ben Reilly. Starts acting as the Scarlet Spider. Then it turns out that the clone isn't really the clone. The clone was the real Spider-Man. And that the Spider-Man we knew and loved was the clone. And that years ago this had been swapped. So this destroys 2 lives and Mary Jane and ruins Spider-Man comics forever, and I stop reading them. And I leave Marvel Comics forever. They since clean it up and do all this stuff, but that's the basics of what you need to know.
Wow.
That's why Marvel Comics will always be dumb, and I will not go back to them.
Fair enough.
They burned me. They hurt me.
They
Scott
burned you
Lowe.
hard.
Wow, really?
Let's
Is that what caused you to call the crappy Marvel universe in
Yep.
the games?
Oh yeah, everything I have wrong with Marvel is from that Clone Saga because I was
Okay.
so upset over it.
Okay.
Because I will not put up with that. All right.
All right.
Don't bring me back to bad places.
Okay. Nope,
I'm looking
it's
for
no
a good
problem.
one to close out the show. What's a good one to close out the show? All right.
Something about me.
You want one about you?
I don't know. Are there? I don't think that those existed.
Oh, come on. Everybody writes. So everybody next week for Podcast Beyond 152, write in a Ryan Clements themed question.
Yes.
And we'll have, that's all we're going to ask.
That's all we're gonna do.
It has to include Clements in there somewhere. 152 is the Ryan Clements episode. And they don't have to be, Ryan, tell me this. You know what I mean? But like, they could be, hey, Colin, what do you think of Ryan? Describe what Ryan's wearing.
Okay.
Yes.
all
Talk,
right.
What's Ryan's favorite game?
What are Ryan's thoughts on supply side
Exactly.
economics?
There you go. Yeah. Ryan, what American history tattoos do you have? Oh, man. All right. I have a bunch of weak ones. Sorry, everybody. And I just called your question week. So that's bad. We're going to end with this one from Garrett. If you could pick any game in the PS3 library, which one would you most want to play with move controls? I would say a flight game of some kind. I would say maybe Warhawk, yeah, just the Warhawk. Well, that's gonna be hard. I would say just the Warhawk when I'm in the Warhawk, because I never use the Warhawks because I hate flying. I hate flying in most games. I feel like it's sluggish in Warhawk especially. And you got like it was. Remember Warhawk? It was thrusters up, and then you had to hit something else, and then you were going, but then the controls kind of moved around. I couldn't get into it, so I'll say sure. What I want to do is be playing this really heated battle with a controller. Then I get in a Warhawk and put that controller down and pick up new controllers. That doesn't make any sense.
No, that doesn't make any sense at all.
What about Shatter, Colin?
With move,
If it was like super accurate, you know?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't think it would work. I don't think it would work with personally. I mean, that's my opinion.
I can't get behind a imposing move controls on something that wasn't designed for it.
Okay.
You know, I'm all about something that was.
What about Flower?
Flower, it's I mean the whole point is to like you're kind of in this meditative like palms up posture when you're moving the controller around, and you wouldn't really do it. I feel like it would be less intuitive with the move controller.
So nothing. We don't want any. We want new games.
No, I want new games.
We want new awesome
I want
games.
controlling
Scott, you got
mech
anything?
games.
I'm with Clements on that.
What about Red Dead? What if they just did a Red Dead draw game? How about that? One just up with the trigger.
That'd be like a micro mode within the game.
Well, I know. I'm saying it's just a new game. It's a download. $10.
just
It's
a quick draw.
Yeah,
Red
that's all
Dead
you do.
quick draw. That's a new game. That's cheating.
Okay.
You're bending the rules here, man.
Well, I don't care. I'm dumb. Do what I want.
Heavy Rain is the most obvious, and obviously it's already getting a patch. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, then. Another question answered. Remember, next week you can email your questions to beyond@ign.com. Next week they all have to be Ryan Clements themed in some way, shape, or form. Yeah, I'll let you work it in however you want to.
You really don't have
I would
to.
also like as much Ryan Clements fan art next week as you can possibly get.
yeah,
that would be
please.
awesome.
No,
too.
it's the show. It'll be too much Ryan Clements.
No, there's no such thing,
bro.
Come on, bro.
I'm writing in, dude.
I don't know.
Ryan, let's wrap this one up.
Okay.
PSN hit. What do you got for me?
I went onto the Twitters.
Yeah.
Because we are all on the Twitter Spaces.
We are.
And
Game over, Greggy. Plum cider. No taxation, and then what?
Slow IGN.
Slow IGN. That's easy.
I'm Plum Cider, by the way, in case anyone didn't know. Okay. So, PSN Hit of the Week is the first person to very quickly respond to my tweet, probably seconds to minutes later after I put it up, is Andrew Awesome. That's his PSN ID.
That's an awesome
He was
name.
just like, Andrew Awesome, please pick me. So I will give Andrew Awesome the pick of the week, although I was touched by something that Rabid Wombat said. He wanted to give a shout out and a potential PSN hit to a person that donated to him for that Extra Life event. And I thought that was really cool. And so this person that generously donated to Rabid Wombat, this guy's PSN ID is named Darkstar02, all one word. So I think that, you know, if you'd like to play with the charitable person or the speedy person that was enthusiastic, you have both those options.
Way to cheapen it for the speedy guy.
Speedy guy, you know, didn't have a lot of sentiment to it. You know, there was Speedy guy
He
was
didn't
the
warm your
enthusiasm.
cockles.
Yeah, but my heart was warmed by Darkstar02. PSN it confirmed.
Tournament winners?
Wait a minute. Tournament winners? None for today.
All right. Thank you, Scott Lowe, for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
No problem. This has been Podcast Beyond episode 151. Remember to follow us on IGN, on Twitters. Come to IGN.com. Come to PS3.IGN.com. Read Colin's guides.
Don't friend me on Facebook anymore.
We are all done with Facebook.
I'm so
Stop trying to
done
talk
with
to us,
Facebook.
Facebook. Find
I'm
us on
done
the
with
Twitters.
Please talk to me on Twitter instead of Facebook.
And visit IGN Gear.
Gear.IGN.com.
We talk about iPods and iPhones.
And moves.
And moves.
And you did the PSP Goes.
And the
stuff.
PSP Goes.
And Connect.
Criminally underrated.
And Connect when the time comes.
That'll never happen. Don't worry. That thing's going to get shelved.
Yeah.
That project's not going to fly. Rate us on iTunes if you haven't done it. Ryan, what do we got for a song to play us out?
Let's close out the show with a song from Andrew, who says, a faithful listener from the beginning. I've been doing some experimental ambient music, and I would be absolutely honored if you put it up on Beyond, which I thought was a great sentiment. So thank you, Andrew, for that. I think it's just Andrew doing this music, but if it's not, his group or himself is called The Velt, which I kind of thought was a Final Fantasy VI reference.
Is it?
It's got to be, right? Because one of his
VELDT?
VELDT.
It's got to be Final Fantasy VI.
But he also has a track called Welcome to City 17, which is obviously a Half-Life 2 reference, which I liked. But I'm going to play the track called This Rain because it is
From
very
Heavy
cool.
Rain. It's about Heavy Rain.
I don't think so because it's very light and pretty, and Heavy Rain is not a light game.
But the song, I've heard it. It's light.
What?
Listen to the rain, it's so heavy on my face.
I don't know if that's quite how the song.
Well, we're all about to find out. Thank you for joining us, everybody. Beyond.
Beyond.